Good morning, students. Today we will learn about linear programming models. This is also known as resource allocation models. Foreign authors generally label linear programming models as resource allocation models. First, we will see formulation of the problem. We should identify the variables and constraints. That is the first step for formulation of the problem. Knowing variables and constraints establish relationship between the variables and constraints. That means we have constructed the model. Identify the possible alternative solutions. That means try to get all the solutions. Next step is for this basic feasible solution, we will give optimality test. By optimality test means whether it optimizes the objective of a problem or not. Okay, if optimality test is positive, then select an optimal solution. Next step is install, test and establish the solution of the problem. Here, test means the solution which you are declaring to be optimal should satisfy the three components of linear programming problem. Three components are non-negativity of decision variables, constraints should get satisfied by the solution which you have obtained, and it should optimize the objective of the function. And obviously the last step is we will declare it to be the final solution. So that is what it says: establish controls, implement and maintain the solution. Here control means it should satisfy the constraints. Once again I am repeating, to formulate the problem we first find out variables and constraints, establish the relationship between variables and constraints, solve these constraints and get all possible solutions, check for optimality test to this basic feasible solution, and from this pick up the one which is optimal solution. That means it should satisfy the optimality condition of objective function. Next step, we will test and establish the solution. Here test means the solution which we have obtained of a linear problem, it should satisfy non-negativity condition of the decision variables, it should satisfy constraints, and it should optimize the objective function. And the last step is declare this solution to be the optimal solution of given linear programming problem. Okay, now we define what is linear programming. A model which is used for optimum allocation of scarce or limited resources to competing product or activities under assumption of certainty, linearity, fixed technology and constant profit per unit is linear programming. Here certainty defines known and constant. Linearity means relationship between decision variables should be linear. Fixed technology means whatever your limited resources are. But all these three things we require to have the optimum profit. So combination of structural constraints, which consist of linearity between decision variables, resources, and optimization of objective function, is defined as a linear programming. Linear programming is one of the most versatile, powerful, and useful technique for making managerial decisions. This technique can be used for solving broad range of problems arising in business, government, industry, hospitals, libraries, etc. Let us have some explanation about using linear programming in library. In our Gujarat University Central Library, we have reading rooms and reading capacities. Hostelites can use the Central Library reading room during 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. during regular days. So I should know, so my decision variable should be how many students will opt for reading room during 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. For them, I need to have table, chair, in fact what I can say, space. Obviously, it should have optimum number of reading facility, and that is where this linear programming technique can be used. Whenever we want to allocate the available limited resources for variables, competing activities for achieving our desired objectives, the techniques that help us is linear programming. As a decision-making tool, it has demonstrated its value in various fields such as production. That is what I had given you example of your dinner time. Your mother is preparing food for you. Finance. Your mother is once again a best finance manager because on first of every month she gets some finance and she is without knowing any operational tool she can manage for the whole month. One can use linear programming in marketing, research and development, and for that you will have to wait for one more year if you opt the path of research either in MPhil degree or PhD degree, and personal management. Now this personal management everybody is using since I think 9th standard onwards. Your parents might have asked you to prepare a timetable for reading. And now you yourself is preparing timetable for reading depending upon the subject which you want more time, you are spending more time on it. And when exam comes, when schedule is declared, in general, student always first do preparation for the last paper and then continues. That is what is personal management, and knowingly or unknowingly you have used decision making tool. So determination of optimal product mix, a combination of products which gives maximum profit, transportation schedules, assignment problems, and many more we will be studying in this coursework. So let us see what are the properties of linear programming problem. These are the minimum 4 properties. First one, the relationship between variables and constraints must be linear. And that topic itself says linear programming. The model must have an objective function. The model must have structural constraints, and the model must have non-negative decision variables. Here non-negative is you can have value of the decision variable to be 0. If certain variable is not playing any role to optimize the objective function, it can take value 0. But other variables will take only positive values. Let us see this example. A company manufactures 2 products, X and Y, which require the following resources. The resources are the capacities of machine M1, M2 and M3. The available capacities are 50, 25 and 15 hours respectively in the planning period. Product X requires 1 hour of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1, 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. The profit contribution of products X and Y are rupees 5 and rupees 4 respectively. So what this problem says, a company produces 2 competitive brands X and Y. This brand requires 3 machines M1, M2 and M3, but these 3 machines can be used for 50 hours, 25 hours and 15 hours during the planning period. Now this planning period can be either a week, either a month, depending upon the product. Product X does not require any time of machine M1. It requires 1 hour of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1, 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Now my products X and Y are ready for selling. If I sell 1 unit of product X, I will get 5 rupees profit, and on selling product Y, I will get 4 rupees. So let us tabulate this data in table. So here we have a table. First column consists of 3 machines. Second and third column consist of number of hours required to manufacture product X and Y. And fourth column represents maximum time available in hours on machine M1, M2 and M3. Last row represents the profit obtained by selling product X and product Y. So now first I need to find out objective function, then we will find structural constants, and non-negativity condition of X and Y goes without saying. Okay, let's construct objective function first. By selling product X, I am getting 5 rupees. So we have 5x. By selling product Y, we are getting 4 rupees. So I can sell Y product at 4 rupees. So now my objective function is maximize 5x plus 4y. Next, coefficients 0, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1 are known as input coefficients. And maximum timings available on machine M1, M2 and M3 are resources. You can't go beyond these resources. That is, you can't use machine M1 beyond 50 hours, machine M2 beyond 25 hours and machine M3 beyond 15 hours. Okay, now we will construct structural constraints. For machine M1, we don't have to go for machine M1, so 0x plus 2y less than or equal to 25. For machine M2, x product requires 1 hour, so 1x, y product requires 2 hours, so 2y, and maximum you can use machine M2 for 25 hours. Similarly, for machine M3, time slots in hours for product X and Y are 1 hour each and maximum you can use for 15 hours. So we have 1x plus 1y less than or equal to 15. Next comes non-negativity constraints. Because X and Y are products, they cannot be negative. So without loss of generality, we have non-negativity constraint as X and Y to be greater than or equal to 0. Let us see what are the basic assumptions in linear programming problem. We have assumed that decision maker is completely certain. That means deterministic conditions. And deterministic conditions means whatever parameters are given in terms of hours, in terms of utilization, maximum utilization on machines, or in terms of profit contribution are known and constant, irrespective of availability of the resources, that is maximum hours available, profit contribution of the products, technology, course of action, and their consequences. Consequences means solution, that is how many product of X brand and Y brand should be manufactured. Second one is the relationship between variables in the problem and the resources available, that is constraints of the problem exhibits linearity. So I can say constraints should be linear. The term linearity implies proportionality and additivity. Now here proportionality means how much resources or input coefficients are used. For example, in previous example, we had not used machine M1 for product X, but we had used machine M2 for 1 hour. So 0 and 1 are proportionality, and additivity we said 0x plus 1y less than or equal to 25. This assumption is very useful as it simplifies modeling of the problem, because you are working with linear constraints. I can solve linear constraints physically also up to 3 variables and get the solution. Here we assume fixed technology. Fixed technology means that the production requirements are fixed during the planning period and will not change in the period. Like in example, we had 50 hours for machine M1, 25 hours for machine M2 and 15 hours for machine M3, and I had considered this fixed utilization hours for machines M1, M2 and M3 for 1 week. So fixed technology refers to the fact that the production requirements are fixed during the planning period and you cannot change it. it is assumed that the profit contribution of the product remains constant, irrespective of level of production and sales. Once again, in the example, we said that retailer can incur 5 rupees by selling product X and 4 rupees by selling product Y. Whatever is the production, that is, it may increase or decrease, sales may increase or decrease, but he will have to have 5 rupees and 4 rupees as profit contribution from brand X and brand Y. That is what it says, that it is assumed that profit contribution of a product remains constant irrespective of level of production and sales. So in all, in LP, contribution in objective function, constraints, weightage, or resources available will not change during the planning period. Now, here, while after solving, you may have decision variables to be continuous. So, it is assumed that the decision variables are continuous. That means a company manufactures products in fractional units. For example, company manufactures 2.5 vehicles. No doubt, 2.5 vehicles is not possible. I can have a company can either manufacture 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles. But if it is oil company, 3.2 barrels of oil can be manufactured. If it is textile industry, they can manufacture 15 reels of particular brand, or they can have 5,000 meter of particular brand. So depending upon the product, decision variable can take either integer value or continuous value, and that's why the assumption of divisibility is preserved in linear programming problem. It is assumed that only one decision is required for the planning period. That means linear programming model is a static model. Whatever solution you obtain, that is your final decision. And static means it will not change till your problem statement is getting satisfied, which implies that the linear programming problem is a single stage decision problem. That is, in one go, a decision maker can get the optimal solution. All variables are restricted to non-negative values. That means either variables can take value 0 or positive. Now 0 means if product X is not optimizing my profit, I should not produce brand X in the example which we are referring again and again. So there is possibility that some of the decision variables may take value 0, but other decision variable should be positive. Okay, now let us see what are the terms used in linear programming problem. First term, obviously, program. So linear programming is a method of obtaining an optimal solution or problem when we have limited resources and a good number of competing candidates to consume the limited resources in a certain proportion. In the problem which we are working with, we had two competing brands X and Y. So we say competing candidates and consume limited resources. Limited resources were the times maximum available time on machine M1, M2 and M3. That means 50 hours for machine M1, 25 hours for machine M2 and 15 hours for machine M3 were limited resources. The term linear implies condition of proportionality and additivity. We have objective function to be 5x plus 4y. So this 5 and 4 represents proportionality and 5x plus 4y refers to additivity. Similarly, you can visualize in structural constraints also. Then the word came in defining linear programming problem as program. Program is referred as a course of action covering a specified period of time, say planning period. As I said, for manufacturer, planning period can be a 1 month, 1 week, 1 year. For your dinner, planning period can be 30 minutes. If your dinner is simple, it can vary up to 3 hours. If you are preparing pizza, you may require more than 8 hours for fragmentation, and then during dinner time, once again it will require 3 hours. So planning period differs from action to action. Manager has to find out the best course of action in the interest of the organization. This best course of action is termed as optimal course of action or optimal solution to the problem. If I can prepare once everything is ready for making pizza during dinner time, I can complete action within 1 hour if I have to prepare 10 pizzas. Okay, so that is what is optimal solution for the problem. So a program is optimal when it maximizes or minimizes some measure or criteria effectiveness, and criteria effectiveness depends upon the problem statement. It can be profit, it can be sales, it can be cost, it can be time, it can be routing problem and many more, which we will study in due course of time. Term programming refers to a systematic procedure by which a particular program or plan of action is designed. So programming consists of a series of instructions and computational rules for solving a problem that can be worked out manually or can fit into the computer. If you have decision variables up to 3 and constraints also in manageable numbers, then you can solve it manually, and which we will be doing from next class onwards. But if number of variables and number of constraints increases, then one can write program in any of the software and can get the solution. But obviously it has to be in a systematic series and computational rules should not be overruled. In solving linear programming problem, we use systematic method known as simplex method, developed by American mathematician George B. Denzing in the year 1947. If you recollect, 1947 was the time phase of World War II, and to solve number of problems arise in World War II, linear programming problem method, which is known as simplex method, was developed. The candidates or activity here refers to number of product or any such item which need the utilization of available resources in a certain required proportion. So in the problem which we referred earlier, we had two products, X and Y. So that represents X and Y represents candidates. The available resources may be of any nature. In example, we had machine hours, but it can be money, it can be area of land if you are working with agriculture problem, man hours if you are working with site, engineering site, or material if you have your own company. Not only on company, if somebody is giving a mehndi during marriage season, they require certain material, raw material, and they only know that how many customers they will have to have mehndi. Accordingly, they can optimize material. Obviously, they are limited in availability and which are desired by the activities or products for consumption. Thank you.